Stephen, good to see you again.
Nice to see you. Sport icons, thank you.
How was your training camp with Hughie Fury?
Good, really good. Not what I expected going down from what I've seen in his fights. Changed a lot, but it was an unbelievable experience, and looking forward to being part of it long term, hopefully.
So he's going to be fighting Mariusz Wach. Do you think, without giving too much away, do you think Mariusz Wach might be in for a bit of a rude awakening, a bit of a shock?
Definitely. I mean, if Mariusz and his trainers have gone on YouTube and took Hughie's last fights and expected him to box the way he has boxed, they're going to be in a massive shock. And I think the whole boxing nation is going to be in a big shock, to be fair. Without, like I say, without giving too much away, I think a lot of people are going to see the real and the new Hughie Fury. He's a man now. You know, people think because he's been in boxing for so long, I think people forget that the fact he's only 26 years old. I think he's now going to come into his
man strength.
The best Hughie Fury there is, and I think a lot of people will see that.
Yeah, because Peter, he spoke quite often about that Hughie. It won't be long before he gets his man strength. Now you've been down there with him, you're starting to see the man strength.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of people. So I posted a picture on Instagram, and a lot of people, I think, looked at him and was like, he looks heavy. He looks. But listen, the bloke, he doesn't break a sweat after 10 rounds. He said he's extremely active. He's fit as a fiddle, and he's filled out correctly. He's got a personal trainer down there called Pete, who is next level. So he does all his work, in and out of the ring, and he's extremely fit. Looks really well, trains really well. I think a lot of people are being shocked. And Peter Fury's correct. He's turned into a man, and he has got his man strength.
What about the whole setup? Because he's got like his own premises and that now, hasn't he?
Yeah. So setup's ideal. They've worked really hard to get to what they've got. They've got the gym within the site where they are, and the gym's got everything you need. Personal training done 8:30 in the morning, and then pads or sparring done at 6 in the afternoon, and then his cardio's done on the outside of things, and it's everything they need. It's ideal, eat, sleep, train, repeat. That's his motto, and that's what he follows. That's what he goes by.
So everything that he does is on camp.
Yes.
In the same, so weight training, fitness, boxing, sparring, everything.
I think he goes on. I know he goes on bike rides.
Okay.
Down where the camp is, it's very rural. Hilly. It's in Macclesfield, so anyone who knows Macclesfield will know it's a hilly sort of back out of the sticks area. So he goes on big bike rides as well as everything done. But like I say, the gym's ideal. It's got everything it needs, and the personal trainer he's got is very educated, so it's irrelevant what the gym's got. He knows that he can get the best out of you with the equipment he's got. But the gym's perfect anyway. It's got all the equipment that you need to be able to train.
How many rounds would you say you sparred with him?
Probably over 50.
Wow.
1-0. So maybe he's got a draw in one of them. So it was a phenomenal experience, and like I say, I think people will be. I was shocked, so I think people will be shocked with when they see him come next Saturday.
And then what about your improvements? Well,
funnily enough, I went down on the Monday in our box like I was 5'10", not that I was 6'7", and I'll openly admit he's the first man to stun me big style. I've never been on my feet, never been stunned, and he's the first to buzzers. Still never touched a deck, touch wood, but he's the first one to make us think, wow. And my improvements from that first Monday to last week's Monday, massive. I think I was in awe and a bit taken back by everything the first time I sparred him. I think I was a bit like, wow, I didn't expect this, because like everyone else, I think I expected to be pressuring him, and I expected him to be on the back foot and slick and moving. It wasn't like that. And then with what Peter taught us to box the way he's got Savannah boxing, the way he had Tyson boxing, the way he's got Hughie boxing. Use me height, use me genetics. Don't think everything somebody has to be knocked out, because as Peter explained it, you know, this might work for 10, 11 fights in, like it is for the likes of Babic and stuff. But you need a plan B, C, D, E, F and G, and you know, you'll only get so far leaning into your shots and coming forward. And he's got his boxing now a lot more genetically modified to my 6'7" stature and my weight, and it was a massive sort of learning curve.
That's good.
It was good, really good.
So basically what you're saying is that you got beat up in sparring, so it doesn't happen on a fight night. Yeah?
That's exactly it. What happens in the ring stays in the ring. What happens in sparring stays in sparring. Listen, that's what you learn.
That's right.
And you know, I could have from that Monday said, "Shit, this, I'm away. I'm away home." And you know, but why? Why not? Why not be in these camps and learn? And I think that was the best thing that could happen to us, because the fact that I did get stunned stopped us thinking, you know,
you're invincible.
Captain Scarlet. Yeah. It showed us
Captain Scarlet.
I'm human. You know, it's going to happen. It can happen, and it can happen with 16-ounce gloves and a head guard. So what would that have done in a 10-ounce? I would have been on the deck. So the fact that it's happened, I learned from it, and I progressively got better over the weeks.
So you're glad it happened then, really?
Oh, definitely. Because until that, I was invincible, and I would just come forward, and I'm used to having my own way. I'm used to having my own way in my 3 fights, and I'm used to having my own way. And you know, I've never been on the deck yet, ever. And I think I had a false assumption of, you know, I've got a great chin. Listen, don't get us wrong, I've got a good chin. That's irrelevant if someone knows where to catch you, how to catch you. It doesn't matter how good your chin is, you're still going down. And I don't think that was up there. I think the pride and the honour and the fact that I felt like invincible was in there. But the reality of it is, once your brain's scrambled, there's nothing you can do. Nothing.
For future camps, are you going to start putting your sponsorship on the bottom of your boots?
Just in case it happens to me mobile number, in case there's any women watching. It's like I say, you said a good thing there, future camps. Speaking to Peter and speaking to Hughie, I'm hoping that there is going to be future camps, and I will be, you know, down there, sort of. The setup we've got's great. They've got places for sparers to stay, and people who are sparring. They've got an unbelievable facility down there. So I'm blessed to have the sponsorships of food on board and money on board and what have you, to be able to do that and not have, you know, big massive payouts of hotel bills. So it is something that I will be doing long term in January, February time.
Okay. Well, let's finish up with the Hughie Fury versus Mariusz Wach. That'll be on the Joshua Pulev undercard next Saturday. What's your prediction for Hughie Fury versus Mariusz Wach?
I think Fury will stop him. I think it'll be. Listen, Mariusz Wach's been stopped 3 times.
He's never hit the deck though.
Let's say twice, because you cannot class Jared Miller as stopping him, because that blow is an absolute disgrace to boxing. He wants thrown in prison because he could kill somebody. I mean, this is just going to be his third positive test. It's a disgrace. So, you know, yes, it's on box records him, but count him out. He's been stopped twice, and like you say, he's never been on the deck. And
2 of them were actually injuries as well. He had to stop for injury.
And I can honestly say, the way Hughie boxes now, and the way he comes at it, I can see him shocking Mariusz Wach, shocking the trainers and shocking the nation of boxing, and I can see him getting a stoppage 6-8.
Spot on.